What's up, todas mis pinches chingonas and chingones? I am back. And we're doing a get ready with me today. Not like a full-blown get ready with me. As you can tell, I already had started my face. Did my eyebrows off camera and all that because I'm actually doing an eyeshadow look today. And I will be telling you guys what brushes I'm using and what eyeshadows I'm using. But in the meantime, I am going to tell you a little story. I want to tell you a story. I'm still kind of iffy about telling you guys because this was years ago. But it was basically it was a couple years back. I had this incident. My sister had mentioned talking about this, so I decided, alright, fine, we're gonna do this story time. So it was a couple years back. I was living in for most of you guys that don't know, I live in the Inland Empire. I live in Riverside County, Corona, and I lived at this other house, and it was a 2-story house. And I'm gonna start, so just letting you guys know, I'm using the Morphe E27. Hold on, I don't know if you can see the E27, and I'm gonna be using the MorpheXjaclyn Hell palette, the little mini ones. This one's I think the Armed and Gorgeous. So it looks like this. Has those colors. And I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna start off with the Axis for my transition color, but well, sorry, the Axis is this yellowish, orangish color. But yeah, I was living at home with my mom, of course. And at the time, me and my son's father just actually started dating at the time. And so it was me, my cousin, and my son's father, and my sister. It was after school, and at the time I was going to Levy Pollard. I wasn't, no, fuck, yeah, I was Levy Pollard. I wasn't pregnant yet, and so we went back home to my house, and like I said, it was a 2-story home, and I was upstairs in my room, and my cousin was using her computer, and and she, I don't remember what she was doing, honestly, but I remember she was on the computer, and like my boyfriend, he loved to mess around, or well, my son's father now, loved to mess around with it. He loves to mess around until this day. He never takes anything seriously, which is very frustrating sometimes. And if you hear a noise in the background, that's probably my AC, and I'm not turning that shit off because it's fucking hot. But yeah, like I said, we were upstairs, and me and my sister started messing around, just play fighting and running up and down the stairs. Nobody was home besides my cousin, my son's father, and me and my sister. And so we were running up and down the stairs, and we decided to like play downstairs. We're throwing each other on the couches, and the way like my mom's couches worked, you were able to take off, like they weren't like stuck onto the backboard of the couch, and so my mom, I think she was washing the covers for the couch seat thingamabobbers. I don't know what they're called, honestly, the pillows, whatever, and so they weren't on there, and so on one of those I was being exaggerating, and I threw myself to the big couch, and I hit the back of my head. And I told her, I was like, you know what, no, like I'm done playing. I was like, I can't do this anymore. So like because I hit myself pretty hard, and we went back upstairs, and I was laying in my mom's room, and and which she was sharing with my sister at the time as well. And I'm gonna be going in with the Agent, this one, and I'm gonna be using the M433 Morphe brush into like my crease, but I'm not gonna blend it out like the yellow one, but I'm gonna like go more into detail with my crease. But yeah, and so like I was saying, we were in my mom's room, and I was just laying down, you know. It was me, my son's father, and okay, mind you, my son's father's name is Edgar, so I need to stop calling him that. His name is Edgar, so every time you guys hear Edgar, it's my son's father. So it was me, Edgar, and my sister, and we were like in the room just chilling, you know. We weren't doing anything, just laying down. And then like out of nowhere, my sight just went black. And so I was just like, what the hell? And I start telling my sister and my Edgar, hey, like I can't see. Like I literally, my sight was gone. So I started freaking out, and I was like, dude, I was like, I can't see. Like I was like, I can't see. And Edgar tells me like, go rinse your face. And for some oddly reason, I did not want to. Like it just was not, I was not okay with it. Like I did not want to. And I was like, why? Like in my head, I'm like, at the time I wasn't, but like now that I think about it, I'm like, why? Like, and I just didn't want to, like. And they were both, my sister and Edgar were telling me like, rinse your face, and I just didn't want to. I didn't want to. And so I like kept fighting them out. I don't want to. And I'm going back in with the E27, the one I first used to blend out the orange. And so I decided that I wasn't gonna wash my face, you know. And so they decided that I was. They wet my face while I'm freaking out. Of course, like they wet my face because, mind you, I can't see squat. And so they wet my face, and it starts burning my face like if somebody threw acid on me. And I'm like, what in the fuckery is going on? So I'm panicking because my face is burning. I can't see anything. And I end up like, I'm upstairs next door to my room, and the way my stairs are set up, you have the first set of stairs, which was like little ones. Oh my gosh, it's little ones, and then you have like a little square, which is like a resting spot, and then like the next set of stairs, which is the longer ones. And so I'm like freaking out because I can't see anything. And I'm like crawling, and I'm like my face burns. I'm like yelling. I'm like, it burns. I was like, it burns. And I'm crawling down these stairs, not being able to see. I just remembered crawling and crawling, and then feeling the stairs. So I start crawling down the stairs, and I still can't see anything. All I'm feeling is my face burning from the water they threw on me, and me, well, like I said, not being able to see. So like by the time like I make it down halfway down the stairs, on the bigger section of the stairs, and I'm crying, and I'm like this, crying. And I knew Edgar was on this side, My sister was on this side, and well, my cousin, she's hearing all this ruckus that's going on, so she ends up coming to check what's going on. And I'm crying, and I'm like, I can't see, my face burns, and I'm like panicking. And I end up hearing someone laugh. So I'm like, what in the fuck? You know, like, I am dying over here practically, and you guys are laughing. Like, so, like I said, I'm like this, looking down because of the fact that, you know, like, my face is burning. And of course I have this area when I'm looking down to see. So I had heard someone laughing in that area, so I'm like thinking it's my bitch ass sister. And excuse my language. So I'm thinking it's my sister that's laughing at me, you know, crying. And it wasn't. It was just this figure. And like, I like think it's sitting here, and it's crazy because I can't really explain how this figure looked, but when I see him, I can see this person smiling at me and just like enjoying my pain. And I'm like, what the hell? And he starts saying he's here for me, that he came to get me, and I'm just like, no, that is not gonna happen. So I freaked out, and I'm freaking out, you know, like, what in the fuckery is going on? And so like I didn't even know what to do. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, and so I start yelling, and I'm like, he's coming to get me. And like, it was weird because, like I said, when I had seen him, like, my sight just came out of nowhere, where I had seen like, why does it look like that? Where I had seen, where like I was able to see him, like, my sight came out of nowhere. It was still a little bit blurry, but it came. And I remember going down the stairs and yelling, like, he's here to get me, like, he's here to get me. I'm looking like a fucking psycho because I'm the only person that's seen this thing. And you know, Edgar, my sister, and my cousin are just like looking at me like, what's going on, you know? My Edgar is a very muscular guy. He's always loved to work out. So he's strong. I remember sitting on that big couch and seeing this figure just there, and like telling me they're coming to get me, you know. And I don't have like a fucking regular brush. I don't know what happened to my other brush. I'm gonna be using this brush. I don't know, it doesn't have any name or nothing, but it's like this brush to add. I'm still not sure. I think I'm gonna add coin and guilt trip, so these two glittery ones on my lid. But yeah, and so I'm like panicking because there's this thing over here telling me to come to get me, and then it starts going behind my cousin, saying I'm here for both of you. So I'm telling my cousin, get the fuck up. I was like, get up. I was like, he's here for you. I was like, he came to get both of us. And like I said, Edgar is a very strong person, so he's holding on to me. And I, like, you can, if I was to be able to record his side of the story, he was holding on to me with all his strength, and he said that I was moving his arm like nothing, like it was a piece of cake to me. And so my sister and my cousin are fucking freaked the fuck out, so they fucking book it outside. And so when they did that, I was still like panicking, and then like Edgar took me outside to my patio in the backyard to get some fresh air. And then after that, he took me back upstairs because I wasn't seeing this damn person, ghost. I don't know what it was. So I'm not seeing where this person is or this thing is at. And I end up going back upstairs, and I always thought my house was haunted because I used to have this little chihuahua. His name was I named him Mufasa. He was little piece of shit chihuahua. But my brother always said, like, he used to make fun of me because I named him Mufasa, and I'm like, don't make fun of me. Because I like my Lion King, you know, and like since I had already had a cat, his name was Simba. You know, I got my pair. So but he ended up changing his name to Churrito, and so I used to call him Chuto. And so yeah, he used to bark at my closet a lot. Like, he would just get up out of nowhere and he would be growling at my closet and barking at it. And I remember that day that figure again was standing by my closet and it was just like enjoying seeing me suffer and scared, and it was just like laughing and all this. Like, it sucked ass. And so I'm gonna be using the Morphe E28. And I'm gonna be going in with Secure, which is the bottom orange one on the outer corner. But should I use this one? I think I am. No, maybe. No, yeah. And so I you know, at that time, like when I was upstairs already, I kind of wasn't even seeing that figure anymore. Like, I was already calm. Like, I think I even like slept for a little bit. Like, I was, and then like again, like it just popped up in by my closet. My cousin was still there. My son's father was still there. Well, my sister of course was still there because she lived with me. And you know, I start panicking again, and I'm like, no, I'm yelling, like, please don't let him take me. Like, I'm like literally yelling. And my sister, my cousin, and my fucking son's father can fucking vouch for me. Like, if y'all want a video with them vouching for me, I can, like, I'll try to get that. But yeah, and I start panicking again. And so I don't know how the fuck I made it back to my backyard again. I'm sorry, I'm very itchy lately. And I made it back to my backyard. And so like I had like this rock. Well, it's my sister-in-law's. She had a rocking chair outside in the back because she used to love going out there with her kids and just chilling. And so I'm like, Edgar's holding on to me, and like I'm like crying, and like finally like I'm kind of calming down. But like where the rocking chair was at was like in the inside area. The living room was right there, so we had a window, we had a patio door, and so like outside the window it was like right there, the rocking chair was right there. But like where a rocking chair was at, you were able to see the front door. And I had I remember I was calm just sitting there like while Edgar was rocking me, and he just, the thing just standing outside like right in front of my door, and I'm staring at it calmly. Like, I'm actually calm, and I'm staring at this freaking thing that's trying to take me. And you know, like I'm staring at this thing, and like he's just smiling at me, and then he kind of does that little like chuckle thing, like and then like walks out. And then before he walks out, he says, "Don't worry, like I'll be back for you." And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And then like he walks out, and then before he walks out, he says, "Don't worry, like I'll be back for you." And I was like, what the fuck? And then like he walks out, and then before he walks out, he says, "Don't worry, like I'll be back for you." And like it didn't, like I wasn't even panicking. Like I just remember hearing that and I was just like, wow, really? Okay. So I was just like, okay. And so finally I calmed down. I went into the kitchen. I was there and I'm like explaining to everybody what the hell happened, you know, and like Edgar's telling me, you know, like you were fucking like possessed or something, because I wasn't even able to hold you tight, you know, like I was holding you and you were like moving my arms like nothing. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like shut the fuck up, like really? And he's like, yeah, like you just like were like nothing, you know. And I was just like, what the hell? And then like I remember like it like clicked to me that this thing like was leaving. So I had asked my cousin, I was like, hey, I was like, did you guys close the door when you guys came back in? And my sister's like, yeah. Why? I was like, do me a favor, go check if that door's open. And they start fucking freaking out because the door is fucking wide open. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So like it wasn't just my imagination, like all this was really going on. Like I don't know, like I don't know how I don't know, like, you know. And so when my mom came home, I'm like explaining to her everything that happened. And at the time, you know, she had already started going to church. And so like I said, most of you guys know that my mom, well, that my grandparents are pastors. They're Christians, of course. So my mom goes to their church. So at that time she just started, you know, she was very devoted. And she basically came home and I told her everything that happened. And she was like, you know, that was the devil. And I was just like, girl, like, do not tell me these things. That is fucking scary. Like, you don't just come home. I'm over here fucking like wanting your security blanket and you're over here fucking telling me, oh, that's the devil. Like, no, you don't do that. Like, and so I basically, I was like, wow, you know, I didn't know how to react to the situation. And it was scary, you know. Like I honestly think that house was haunted because, like I said, you know how they always say dogs can sense like ghosts. Sorry, go back to the store right now, but I'm using the Morphe M213. I know you guys can't really see. I'm gonna be putting all these products and brushes I've used. I went a couple weeks back to go buy some brushes because I've been wanting to do my eyeshadow for a long fucking time. And like I said, it's capable. You're capable of doing any look with any type of brush. Like I can say that, but it's like brushes do. I personally do feel like brushes do make a difference when you use a specific ass brush. But yeah, I'm gonna be going in, like I said, with the M213 with the VIP for like my inner corner. And so yeah, like like I said, like so the way my house was set up, the master bedroom was downstairs, and then we had 2 bedrooms upstairs. And like I said, my bedroom and my mom's bedroom was upstairs because I don't remember if at the time it was no, it wasn't my oldest brother. My oldest brother, I think, was living in Anaheim already. But it was my other brother. He was living downstairs in the master bedroom. And but before my oldest brother moved out, I remember my sister-in-law would tell me how one of her dogs would be passed out practically and then just start growling at the closet from downstairs too. And like they would just start barking. And then like I said, on the stairs as well, they would be on a little resting spot that I told you guys how like it's the little stairs, a little block, and then it was the longer stairs, and they would be my dogs would be there just barking at the wall like, and honestly I hated going up those stairs at night. I really did. Every time I wanted something to drink, you were able to turn on the lights from downstairs and upstairs. I'd fucking make sure I had those lights on. And even with the lights on, I remember like I would fucking panic just to even go back upstairs if it was by myself. Like I tried my best to have like, but there was something in me that always kind of got scared every time I knew I was gonna go up those stairs. And I basically would run. I would run upstairs because I was like, like I don't like. It was just a nasty ass feeling, like going up those stairs. And then like, and it wasn't just me. Like honestly, it wasn't just me. It was my mom. It was my sister. Like everybody felt that feeling. So like I knew I wasn't fucking crazy. And then I remember one time I ended up coming home and I had already had Aiden, and Edgar was already living with me, and I think me and him went out. We went out and everybody wasn't home. Nobody was home besides my mom. And so I remember coming back to the house. I don't remember if I came to pick up something or what, like, or I was just coming home and my mom had asked me, she's like, oye Karina, like did you come home or were you home earlier? And I was like, no. I was like, why? And she's like, are you serious? Like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, why? And she ends up telling me, you know, because she heard someone coming up the stairs, like big heavy footsteps coming up the stairs. So like I wish I could show you guys the setup of how my house was, because like once you got upstairs, like it wasn't a hallway, it was just like a little like center area where you could put the blankets and all that. Like they had, like, I don't know how to explain it, but you were like, it was like a little balcony kind of, and you were able to look down the stairs. And so my mom goes right there to see like who was home. So she sees no one's walking in, so she calls out for my brother's name. Nobody answers. So she calls out for, you know, like, hey, is like someone home? Nobody answers. So she's like, what the hell? So she actually freaked out. So I told her, I was like, no, nobody was home. Like, and then there was this incident, like before I moved the computer into my room, we used to have it in the garage. And I remember I was downstairs on MySpace, you know, it was MySpace days. I was downstairs on MySpace, and I was downloading music as well, and like right over the garage, I think it was the 2 bedrooms, and we basically I basically started hearing someone like banging upstairs, like, and so I'm like, what the hell? So like I go upstairs to see like what's going on, you know, and it's like both my mom and my sister are freaking the fuck out, talking about how my sister had her phone on top of the TV, and it basically flew off of the TV. And I said, fuck y'all, I'm out, deuces. I was like, I ain't dealing with this, like, no, like, what the hell? And I went back downstairs. I tried playing music, trying to forget about it. It was kind of hard. Like there was some, like there's been a lot of situations that happened at that house. Like my mom started getting a lot of sleep paralysis. Um, she was like, it was kind of scary. Oh, oh, oh. So like it was, you know, like you having to experience that. It's scary because it, like, I don't know if it was, oh shit, I don't know if it was like a demon, a ghost, because I can honest to God say it attached to me. Because for so long, everywhere I went, something always happened. Like, for so long. Like, something literally always happened. And I am gonna be going on in with the M431 to pointer and like brush. I'm gonna be using a darker color on the bottom lash. I don't know, maybe. I think I'm gonna be using this one. I think it's Smooth Criminal. My lower lash line. But yeah, I when I moved in with Edgar's mom, you know, I ended up deciding we ended up deciding to move in with his mom. And even then, at his mom's house, stuff was happening. And like Edgar's stepdad, like he started seeing things. So it wasn't like it wasn't even me experiencing it this time, you know, like it was his family that was experiencing it, like. But it started happening, of course, once I moved in. So I'm like, what? Like I felt bad, you know, like what am I carrying on me that like it's attached to me, you know, like what the hell? And I'm like blending that color out with the same orange last color I used called Secure with the same brush, E28, just to blend out so it doesn't look so harsh. And I like to, like, honestly, me personally, I like a very smoked out bottom lash line. I don't know why, I really don't, but I do. And but yeah, like I was saying, I don't know what happened that day, but something clearly happened. And I dealt with that for a while. And then after my son passed away, honestly, it stopped happening. It literally stopped happening. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like. But it was because of the fact that I was so broken when I lost my son. While my son was in the hospital, I literally, like I said, I would pray every day, telling God to give me the strength as a mother to lose her child. If he was planning to take my son, and if he wasn't, to bring my son back healthy, you know. And like, because of praying, I felt closer to God. So I started going to church after my son passed away, and I went for a while, and then I stopped going. So like literally right after my son passed away, I stopped going. I mean, I started going to church. So I don't know if that had anything to do with the fact that like I wasn't getting haunted anymore. But yeah, like that shit was freaky as fuck. It was. But yeah, that's my story time. I kind of like had to cut little bits and pieces because honestly I don't really remember much anymore. I remember stuff here and there. But that's my story time. And this is the finished look. I am using the MorpheXjaclyn lashes. So I feel like they're so like I can't. And like I feel like my makeup's patchy today. I don't know if it's just the lighting. But yeah, this is the look. I decided to do like something that goes with my yellow shirt, my yellow mustardy ass shirt. I know I've been like kind of slacking a little bit again on my YouTube channel. I promise I'm trying. It's just a little hard because like I said, I live with my grandparents, and the way this living situation is set up, it like there's a lot of people in this house, and like I still kind of get like I know my family excuse me, I know my family watches my YouTube videos. Well, I know some of them do. So like I don't mind it, but like I still don't feel comfortable enough to know that I'm recording and you're like behind me, either hearing me or watching me. So yeah, that's why I kind of been slacking. But yeah, I'm honestly, you know, like I said, I'm gonna keep trying. But I just wanted to thank all you guys for watching my videos. Yeah, I also, a little update on my social media. I changed my usernames, which is very for me because of the fact that I've had my username _cute since I literally started Instagram, since I started Twitter. You know, all my social media had _cute for so long, for so many years, but I wanted to change it to something, and so I changed it to La Loba, which is she wolf in Spanish, of course. And yeah, but I'm gonna be linking that down below as well, so if you guys can all follow my social media. And I think my next video is gonna be a makeup tutorial. I want to do a makeup look. I'm just not sure what I'm gonna do. I need to like kind of go through my eyeshadow palettes and see what I have. But yeah, just hopefully you guys liked my video. Hopefully you guys continue my journey with me with this YouTube life. Of course, like, subscribe, and yeah, thank you guys for watching.